I'm 50, but my hair makes me look 30. Top dermatologists discovered the trick to reverse thinning hair for women over the age of 30. And no, it has nothing to do with your lifestyle or even your genetics. In just a few seconds, I will show you how thousands of women have been able to revive their wispy hair in just 120 days. And the best part about this discovery, you don't have to break the bank to bring your dream hair back to life. I urge you to listen in, as we will not only reveal how these women are reviving their hair, but we will also debunk the century-long myths of the industry as well. Because the truth is, most of these so-called hair growth products do nothing but mask the underlying issue rather than treating it at its core. I know. It's hard to believe after being fed all this misinformation for years, but trust me, I will guide you through all the proof and show you exactly how thousands are reviving their hair today. Whether you have straight or curly hair, if you dye your hair or keep it natural, or even if you are 18 going on 80, I'm confident this 30-second solution will do the job of restoring that beautiful, luscious hair we all deserve. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Grace Anderson, and for the past 11 years, I have been helping thousands of people bring their hair back to life. I'm happy to say that I have worked with women who have suffered from all sorts of hair loss. You name it, I've seen it. Whether it be alopecia, stress, menopause, or even extensions that were the cause, I can honestly say I have experience in treating it all. Time and time again, these women have put their trust in me to deliver them the results they deserve, and I've delivered. If you are listening in today, I know exactly what you are going through. I know the pain and suffering hair loss can cause in life. But before I became an expert 11 years ago, I didn't know what I know now. See, back then, my sister was losing heaps of hair, and fast. I'm talking a drain clogging worthy amounts. It was absolutely devastating. Through close examination, we found that she indeed did suffer from androgenic alopecia. And if you aren't familiar with what that is, it's a genetic condition that causes severe hair loss in women. I was shocked, to say the least. All our lives, she had the type of hair other women envied. Heck, I had good hair as well, but it wasn't nearly as nice as hers. Geez, did alopecia take a toll on her? Her hair was thinning at a rapid rate. She was starting to bald around her temples, and her new hairline now forced her to make baseball caps a part of her daily wardrobe. As a dermatologist, I tried every solution that I could possibly think of. At first, we gave minoxidil a go. A few weeks in, and we decided to cross that off the list after some serious nausea. Next on the list was the infamous biotin supplements. Now this one took a while. We gave it a try for just over 23 weeks. And to my surprise, it didn't work a single bit. Her hair was still thinning and shedding like crazy. All these so-called top-of-the-line treatments were completely useless. I was starting to feel defeated. Was my sister going to have to live like this for the rest of her life? I'm a dermatologist, for Christ's sake. If anyone should be able to help her, it's me. So I did what any good sister and doctor would do. I had my receptionist cancel my appointments for the week. I was on a mission to get to the bottom of my sister's hair loss and end her misery. I started tearing through books and scientific research, study after study, book after book, and finally, after countless hours of grueling research, I stumbled across something that changed everything. In fact, it not only changed my life, but also the lives of thousands around the world. Let me explain. Our hair follicles depend on blood flow to thrive. Happy and healthy follicles can grow up to 6 inches yearly with minimal shedding. Now, when follicles don't get the adequate blood flow and nutrients they need, that's when the problems begin. And of course, genetics play a big role in our hair's fate. For example, my sister's alopecia was unfortunately inevitable. The way alopecia does its damage is that it causes a severe drop in estrogen, the hormone that keeps our hair full and thick. In turn, this causes a huge spike in DHT, aka the hair-killing hormone that stops blood flow to the scalp. So once DHT takes control, good luck. This is the beginning of the end. It wreaks absolute havoc on the follicles, shrinking them by up to 50%, making it almost impossible for new hair to grow. See, as I mentioned earlier, blood flow is the key to a healthy head of hair. Without a steady blood flow, our hair can't receive all the much-needed nutrients and oxygen it needs to thrive. Shrunken follicles and constricted blood vessels are a big no-no for hair health. Not only will the follicles shed the hair when DHT is in play, but the overall quality of hair will become brittle and lackluster quickly. All the qualities we'd want to avoid at all costs for our hair. But if this were to happen, no supplement, treatment, or medication can bring your hair back to its former glory. Sure, you might get some growth, but the health and quality will never be the same. After I realized this, the answer became as clear as day. In order to reverse hair loss and grow thicker, fuller, healthier hair, we need to treat it at the source. This came down to 3 things. Number 1, the hair needs to be hydrated and protected at all costs. Number 2, there must be a strong foundation of follicles to have the proper building blocks for beautiful, luscious hair. And number 3, we have to manipulate our scalp to keep blood flow as high as possible while blocking DHT from doing its damage. This is the foundation I knew would change the lives of thousands, if not millions. So, once again, as any good sister and dermatologist would, I got straight to work on developing a formula that actually treats hair loss, not just masks it. After exploring hundreds of ingredients, one stood out from the bunch to keep the hair hydrated like never before. A unique combination of organic nettle water and Clary Sage water, enriched with a postbiotic complex from nettle, oak bark, and licorice. All this results in longer, stronger, and quicker growing hair, while also significantly cutting down shedding. But before I show you what I like to call the holy grail of hair care, let me tell you what happened to my sister when she started using this hair-nourishing treatment from the comfort of her home. Within the first 4 weeks, her shedding miraculously slowed down. You can imagine what a relief that was. By week 8, the bald spots around her temples were starting to fill in with baby hairs, and by week 12, that parting hairline that required a hat to cover up had filled in. Her confidence had been restored. Her hair now was shinier and softer than it had been in years, even decades. If you were to see her today, you'd never know the tough times she endured due to that god-awful disease, alopecia. I'm telling you, her hair looks so good that some swear it's a wig. It was a complete success. My duty had been completed, and now that I saw the results with my sister's hair, it didn't feel right keeping this miracle to myself. I wanted to share it with as many people as I possibly could because I knew it could completely change their lives. After many trials, small tweaks to the formula, and carefully sourcing top ingredients, women around the world can now use a clinically tested and proven formula to stop hair loss once and for all. We named it Hydrobiotic Nettle and Clary Sage by InaEssentials. Just take a look at what this hair strengthening spray has been able to do for women firsthand.
I simply part my hair at night, and the difference in my hair now versus 3 months ago is sincerely night and day.
I was shedding for unknown reasons. Stress, bad eating habits, who knows? I just knew that it had to stop. I'd been seeing this product on Instagram for months. Well, I've got to tell you, after 4 months of using this product consistently, I'm growing hair back in spots that I haven't seen it grow in years.
Now you may be wondering how you use this. Simply part your hair and spray it on the scalp, lightly massaging it in. You can leave it on overnight and rinse it the next morning. Heck, if you want to use it twice a day for faster results, go for it. However, like anything else, consistency is key. If you ever have a doubt or just need some help, you can email or DM our 24/7 customer support team. So click the link below and reserve Hydrobiotic Nettle and Clary Sage before stock runs out.